الحمد لله الكريم المجيب لكل سائل، سبحانه هو التائب على من تاب، فلم يجعل بينه وبين العباد حائل. سبحانه جعل ما على الأرض زينة لها، وكل نعيم لا محالة زائل. سبحانه حذر الناس من الشيطان، وللشيطان منافذ وحبائل، فمن أسلم وجهه لله فذلك الكيس العاقل، ومن استسلم لهواه فذلك الضال الغافل. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله، من للعباد غيره، ومن يدبر الأمر ويعدل المائل، من يشفي المريض، ومن يرعى الأجنة في بطون الحوامل، من يرزق العصاة ولولا حلمه لأكلوا المزابل، من ينصر المظلوم ولولا عدله لاستوى القتيل والقاتل، من يظهر الحق ولولا لطفه لحكم القضاة بالباطل، من الذي يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه، من الذي خلقنا ويطعمنا ويسقينا، من الذي بيده ملكوت السماوات والأرض، من الذي يقول ويسألونك عن الجبال فقل ينسفها ربي نسفا فيذرها قاعا صفصفا لا ترى فيها عوجا ولا أمتا، إنه الله الله الله، اسم له كل جمال. الله اسم له كل كمال. الله الله ربي لا أريد سواه، هل في الوجود حقيقة إلا هو. وأشهد أن سيدنا وإمامنا وقائدنا وحبيبنا رسول الله محمد صفوة خلق الله أجمعين، حبيب رب العالمين، يا رسول الله، يا بدر الدجى، يا بحر جود لا يكف عطاه، يا بلسما يشفي الجروح حنانه، يا ناطقا بالحق ما أبهاه، من لليتامى والأرامل كافل، من بالقيامة شافعا إلاه. سل البلد الحرام متى أينعت الزهور وغردت البلابل، سل الشهب النيرات لماذا هي بين الجن والسماء حوائل، سل حليمة التي أرضعته كيف سارت ناقتها بين الرواحل، سل الأعداء عن خلقه، سل الأعداء عن خلقه، واسأل عن حلمه الأرازل، سل اليتامى من كفلهم، واسأل عن حنانه الأرامل، سل الحجر الأسود من وضعه في مكانه، وكيف كان للأمور الجلائل، سل الحكماء، سل الفقهاء، سل البلغاء، إذا تكلم هو فهل هناك مقالة لقائل إنه رسول الله محمد. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليك سيدي يا رسول الله. My brothers and sisters in Islam, we praise Allah and we start our Jumu'ah by thanking Him, by declaring our gratitude to Allah because He allowed us to be gathered in this place for His worship. We ask Allah to bless our gathering Allahumma ameen. My brothers and sisters in Islam, today actually I want to go to the garden of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to his sunnah, to the hadith of Rasulullah. And I wanted to invite all of you to visit with me the garden of Rasulullah. And while we are walking in the garden, we can smell the best of smell ever, because it is the smell of the sunnah of Rasulullah. Then we can lean a little bit to find some of the flowers, some of the roses. Let me pick one of those flowers to introduce today to all of you. It is one of the hadith of Rasulullah that we can smell, we can enjoy, and we can learn also from the hadith of Rasulullah. It's a very comprehensive hadith to strengthen our aqeedah, our relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This hadith was narrated by one of the great companions, and all of them are great, but he is more knowledgeable by the testimony of Rasulullah. His name is Abdullah ibn Abbas ibn Abd al-Muttalib radiyallahu anhuma. May Allah be pleased with both of them, with Abdullah and his father Al-Abbas ibn Abd al-Muttalib. He was a young man, and he said, one day I was riding on a mule behind the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Then he said, Ya ghulam, oh my dear little boy, oh my dear little young man, listen to those words. And Rasulullah is about to give the announcement, to give the teachings to Abdullah ibn Abbas and to the rest of the ummah. But before I go further to tell you more about the teachings of Rasulullah, let me give you in a nutshell who is Abdullah ibn Abbas. He was born 3 years before the Hijrah. One of his titles, Al-Bahr, the ocean, in terms of knowledge. He is the ocean like in knowledge. He's so knowledgeable. One of his titles, Turjuman al-Quran, the one who gives interpretation for the Quran. And by the way, Rasulullah made a special dua for him. He said, Allahumma faqihhu fi d-din wa'allimhu at-ta'wil. Oh Allah, give him the expanding knowledge of the deen and give him a unique interpretation for the Quran. Make him special when it comes to the Quran. He was died in Ta'if when he was 71 years old, and the one who prayed janazah on him is Muhammad ibn al-Hanafiyyah, and he is the son of Sayyidina Ali ibn Abi Talib radiyallahu anhu. And when he died, he said, مَاتَ وَاللَّهِ خَيْرُ هَذِهِ الْأُمَّةِ. He said, today, one of the best of this nation had died. No, now you know we are talking about Abdullah ibn Abbas. He narrated this hadith, and the first statement from Rasulullah in this hadith, احفظ الله يحفظك. Be mindful of Allah, and Allah will keep you safe. احفظ الله. If you wanted to be protected, if you want your wife, your children, your family to be protected, you be mindful of Allah and teach your children to be mindful of Allah. Because lots of people nowadays, if you told them to secure their lives and the life of their children, they will tell you to secure my children's life, to get high education and good amount of money. In Islam, that could be the reason for their corruption. The money, we as fathers, we keep running, chasing money, because we want to secure life for our children. But in fact, if you want to secure their life, you need to teach them before the high education, before the money, how to be mindful of Allah. And let's say that you got to your children millions of dollars, but they do not have Allah in their hearts. You will die, and they will be sitting in the casinos and bars drinking wine and chasing women. That is actually what we need to understand from the first advice. Number 2, احفظ الله تجده تجاهك. Be aware of Allah, and you will find Allah always by your side. By any trouble, by any time of a hardship, you need to know that no one other than Allah can save you from any hardship. Allah said in the Quran, "Inna ma'al usri yusra." Along with the hardship, ease will come. So teach your child, be aware of Allah, and you will find Allah always by your side in every situation. If you lost job, if you lost house, if you lost car, if you think that you know what, Imam, it is so tight, I have no outlet. Listen to the Quran when Allah says, وَمَنْ يَتَّقِ اللَّهَ يَجْعَلْ لَهُ مَخْرَجًا وَيَرْزُقْهُ مِنْ حَيْثُ لَا يَحْتَسِبُ. Whoever will be conscious of Allah, Allah will find a way out for him. Allah will find an outlet from the hardship for him, and He will give him the rizq from the ways that he never imagined, from the means that he never anticipated. For everyone is overthinking after the hurricane. How can I fix this? How can I do this? Put your trust in Allah. My message is, be mindful of Allah. Keep your tongue moist with the remembrance of Allah. He is the creator. He is the best of the planner. Do not be overwhelmed. Do not be overthinking. Keep your heart attached with Allah. He will find a solution, even if you cannot see it. He is your Rabb. He is your master. He owns everything. The third advice in the hadith of Rasulullah, إِذَا سَأَلْتَ فَاسْأَلِ اللَّهِ. When you ask only Allah. And that corrects our aqeedah, that you need to keep your heart only connected with Allah, not with human beings. Even have money, even if they have authority, even if they have power, let me tell you this hadith. The one who owns your life is Allah. So what about the rest of your affairs? Some food, some money. Let me tell you the Quranic verse. Allah said in Surah Al-Dhariyat, وَفِي السَّمَاءِ رِزْقُكُمْ وَمَا تُوعَدُونَ فَوَرَبِّ السَّمَاءِ وَالْأَرْضِ إِنَّهُ لَحَقٌّ مِثْلَ مَا أَنَّكُمْ تَنْطِقُونَ. Allah said, your rizq, your sustenance, your provision is not coming from here. It's coming from the sky. It's coming from Allah. So when you ask the one who owns the treasures. Ask the one who created you. Do not ask a human being. He is very weak. He can be rich today, poor tomorrow. He can be strong today, weak tomorrow. And this is life. Keep your heart attached with Allah. And number 4, إذا استعنت فاستعن بالله. When you ask for help, ask it from Allah. And that does not mean you can't ask people, but make your main concern is to seek refuge in Allah. He is your creator. And do not ask anyone else. And remember, by the time of Moses, when he was surrounded by his followers, and Fir'aun is chasing them, and they have the Red Sea in front of them, at that conjunction, his companions said, Inna lamudrakun, inna tawqid, lam tawqid. They said, absolutely, definitely, we are going to be killed today. Whether from the sea or from the soldiers of Fir'aun. What did he say? He said, absolutely not. I have my Lord with me. He is going to guide me what to do. Kalla, inna ma'iya Rabbi sayahdin. Make your heart attached with Allah. The mother of Musa alayhi salam, she put him in a basket and she relied on Allah. Allah said, فَرَدَدْنَاهُ إِلَىٰ أُمِّهِ كَيْ تَقَرَّ عَيْنُهَا وَلَا تَحْزَنْ وَلِتَعْلَمَ أَنَّ وَعْدَ اللَّهِ حَقٌّ. He said, she left him in a basket in the Nile, in the river Nile, and you know what? Allah said we made him come back to his mother so she can be sure that the promise of Allah is the truth. So do not make your heart attached with people. And the next advice that I wanted you to focus on, he said, وَاعْلَمْ أَنَّ الْأُمَّةِ لو اجتمعت على أن ينفعوك بشيء لم ينفعوك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله عليك قد كتبه الله لك وإن اجتمعوا على أن يضروك بشيء لم يضروك إلا بشيء قد كتبه الله عليك رفعت الأقلام وجفت الصحف. He said to Abdullah ibn Abbas, be mindful. You must know that if the entire nation, if the whole creation of Allah wanted to benefit you of something, it has to be written in the destiny of Allah. And if they wanted to harm you with something, they can never harm you of anything except what Allah had destined for you. That means what? It's all in the hands of Allah. For those who are always panicking, overwhelming, living in stress, nothing will come to you except whatever Allah had destined. Nothing you might lose. It is in the destiny of Allah. And I like that proverb, I like that statement. علمت أن رزقي لن يأخذه غيري فاطمأن قلبي. I have knew that my rizq, no one else is going to take it. That's why my heart kept content. And that's a reality. We are living in a country, in a lifestyle, that everyone is waking up every day thinking about, how can I get today's money? I need to pay this, my bills, my food. The prices are up like crazy, and I need to do this, And we are running. And lots of people forgot that there is Allah is there. Get some relief to your heart by relying on Allah, by depending on Him, placing your trust in Allah. Believe me, you never missed anything. You never lost anything. Whatever Allah had written for you, this is what you are going to get. And that is the Iman. This is our Aqidah should be. If you want my advice, because if you left yourself running like crazy in this dunya, you will find yourself getting old. And all of a sudden, it's a moment that you will find the angel of death in front of your eyes and will say to you, Ya ibn Adam, بحثت لك في مشارق الأرض ومغاربها على نفس واحد فلم أجد فلو اجتمع أهل الأرض والسماء ليهبوك نفسا ما استطاعوا. You will find yourself like the angel of death will tell you, I searched on the skies and the earth to find one extra minute, one extra breath, one extra second for you. I couldn't find. Then He takes your soul before you take one extra breath. And at that time you would realize that this dunya is worth nothing. Nothing. And you kept yourself stressed out for no reason. And you was distracted for main reason that you was created for, which is to worship Allah alone. This is the advice of Rasulullah. I wanted to share with you so it could benefit our hearts, inshallah. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي. الحمد لله وكفى وصلاة وسلاما على عباده الذين اصطفى ثم أما بعد. My brothers and sisters in Islam, I took you in an invitation to the garden of Rasulullah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. That actually, like this hadith that we talked about, we need to teach to our children, share it with them, to correct the Aqidah, to keep their hearts steadfast on the way of Allah. Be mindful of Him. He is your Creator. And no matter what we have in our life, and this is what I shared with my brothers during this week, the lectures. Yes, you might have a person who lost his car, might have a person lost his furniture, got some mold in his house, got some flooding in his house. But you know what? Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam didn't think of this. One day, Sayyidina Umar ibn al-Khattab entered to the Rasulullah, to his room, and he found that Rasulullah was sleeping in a very hard mattress. It's so hard to the point that it left marks in the side of Rasulullah. And Umar cried. And he said, Ya Rasulullah, you are the best of the creation. And you have Kisra, Al-Furs, the Persians, the Rome, the kings are sleeping on mattresses made out of silk. And you are Rasulullah. And you have marks on your sides from that hard mattress. He said, Ya Umar, هؤلاء قوم عجلت لهم طيباتهم في الدنيا ونحن قوم أخرت لنا طيباتنا في الآخرة. He said, Umar, those are the kind of people that they will take all the blessings and favors and bounties only in the dunya, because they are the seekers of dunya. As for us, we are seekers of the hereafter. We are seekers of Jannah. I'm calling everyone. It's a very short time. Very soon, we are going to meet with Allah and enjoy Jannah, inshaAllah. No matter what we have in this life, shortage in food, shortage in money, it doesn't matter. It is just dunya. But we are the seekers of the hereafter. And that does not mean that we stay in the dunya begging for money. No. We need to work, exert effort, enjoy the halal part of the dunya. But my advice, do not cry for missing something in the dunya, because it is dunya. Let me tell you the hadith of Rasulullah. If the entire dunya and what it contains worth in the sight of Allah a wing of a mosquito, He would never give a sip of water to a disbeliever. It doesn't work. We are seekers of the hereafter. كن عن همومك معرضا وكل الأمور إلى القضاء وانعم بطول سلامة تسليك عما قد مضى فلربما اتسع المضيق ولربما ضاق الفضا رب مغبون في نعمة هي داؤه ومحروم من دواء حرمانه هو شفاؤه ولرب من خير منشور وشر مستور وكم من محبوب في مكروه ومكروه في محبوب وعسى أن تكرهوا شيئا وهو خير لكم وعسى أن تحبوا شيئا وهو شر لكم والله يعلم وأنتم لا تعلمون. May Allah guide us to the right path. My brothers and sisters, just two announcements before we go to the salah. The first one, do not forget your masjid from your sadaqah, inshaAllah. We have lots of expenses, lots of bills, inshaAllah. Give a help, even if it was in your point of view that is little. But nothing in the sight of Allah is called little. Help and give that, make it as a habit, as a routine, regular sadaqah, inshaAllah, to your masjid. Number two, this is something we need to just remind, that we will have a trip for Umrah, inshaAllah, for our community. And it is something I know that lots of people are looking for. I have the honor and the blessings, inshallah, to lead the community members in this Umrah. So please, if you are interested in going for Umrah next month, so get the flyer, get the card, get the number, text me as soon as possible, inshallah. Take the information, you will find the flyers on the both sides. Let's have this Umrah. And by the way, in this Umrah, I have lots of the youth who really newly in Islam. And it is something great that they have this kind of feeling that they just reverted to Islam like one year and a half, and they have that love to go to Umrah for the first time in their life. May Allah accept our actions and accept our ibadah. Allahumma ameen ya Rabbil Alameen. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم. اللهم اغفر لنا ذنوبنا وإسرافنا في أمرنا وثبت أقدامنا وانصرنا على القوم الكافرين. اللهم انصر إخواننا في فلسطين. اللهم انصر إخواننا في لبنان. اللهم ثبت أقدامهم يا رب العالمين. إنك على كل شيء قدير. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة. قوموا إلى صلاتكم.